Thompson. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Yay, second day spring.
Yes. What's going on? Who turned the air on though, please? The
I
cold
don't
air
know.
on. What's
But
going on?
listen, I've seen robins this week. I've seen, the
Oh,
flowers are up. And I know it's cold yesterday, but March is just one of those months. It goes from cold to hot, hot to cold, everything in between. But it's still spring, Becky. It's still
look
spring.
at
The flowers
you.
are still blooming and the birds are still out there
Go
singing.
boldly
So,
into the night. Look
yes.
at you. I love
Yes.
that. Well, I put up on Facebook, Mother Nature apologizes for the late arrival of spring due to the driving and refused to stop and ask directions for
I
father
love it.
time.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, I we do this every year.
Every year.
Every year, and I
hmm
still have this reaction every
hmm
year. You know what I
hmm
mean? I paint.
But it just feels like it's been a long winter this year. In January with all that snow, I mean, when I have snow in my driveway for 3 weeks that I can't get rid of, it was just a long winter. So I'm like, I'll take a cold first day of spring over this 3 weeks of snow that I had to live with in January. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm ready. Mother Nature is waking up. The plants are budding, the flowers are blooming, the robins are back, the all the things are coming. I'm watching all the mushrooms on Facebook popping up everywhere around us and stuff. And so it's here.
It's here.
We have to finish out March strong because we know March is one of those weird months, cold and hot and all the in
Yes.
betweens. But it's here, and I'm happy.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy. I'm happy too because it's funny. I was in a group yesterday. January, it went on. I mean, every morning we'd wake up. Is it still January? Are we
Yes.
still in January? It's
Yes.
January. January is like Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Like every morning you wake up, there we are. And I'm not knocking on January, but this January was really
It was
just.
rough. And I feel like March has gone on as long as January has, just because it's like, is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it,
Yeah,
spring? Is it here yet?
yeah,
And so March is just kind of drug on for me too.
yeah.
But January was just like,
Oh,
whoo-wee.
woo, brutal.
Woo.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the way actually it should be because remember it's supposed to kill all although
It is.
it's supposed to be killing all
Mhm.
these insects. So why do I still have all of these ladybugs?
Uh-huh.
I even have some silly stink bugs. And then I've
Uh-huh.
seen flies now
Mm-hmm.
out. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be kidding me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I thought you guys were supposed to die. Did you
Exactly.
guys not get the memo here?
Right.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah. But
But we've crossed that bridge and we're working our way to the other side now. Right.
we made it.
We've
Yes.
made it.
Yes. The
We've made
finish
it.
line of spring.
Now
Right.
we can
Yeah.
start, planting those gardens
Oh yeah,
and
you're supposed to be like
getting
March
our
is like the planning.
seeds
Yeah,
out and all the things,
all of the things. Yeah.
because Mother Earth is ready to help us out there and grow some vegetables.
Yes. Look at that. Speak it.
Yes.
I-
She's like taking a big yawn and waking up and stretching out of that bed right now, and before too long she'll be getting up there with her gardening gloves.
there you go.
It's all great.
You really think she wears gloves?
Well, you never know.
Do you wear gardening gloves?
It depends if I'm pulling weeds or if I'm. It just depends on
Mhm.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I like to. I mean, I get them. I get them. Usually a lot of times I'll get them for like a birthday, birthday gifts.
Mhm. Mhm.
Which I'm not mad about it, but it's just a lot of times I don't use them. You know what I mean?
Like if I'm planting seedlings, seeds or small tender uh, plants or whatever, I can't use them because I feel like I can't. Like the gloves, even as tight as I can get
Yeah.
them, they're still like cumbersome. So
Sure.
I want to be able to feel what I'm doing so I don't hurt the plant.
Yeah.
So
No
it
plants
just
were injured at this
that's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's amazing how much weeds have already started coming up.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I have
Oh, yeah.
I have some perennials that are coming back beautiful,
Mhm.
but boy, those weeds are coming strong too. And I'm like,
Mhm.
really?
But now we have to love the weeds too. We have to love the weeds too. When my granny, she was 80 years old when I first met her, and she taught me a lot about the weeds that they used to use as food.
Yeah.
Poke greens when they're little babies, they'd go out there and they'd eat them as greens. Dandelion greens, dandelions for other things. So there's a lot of weeds, what we call weeds out there, that are actually edible and can be very beneficial for you. And so we can't discount all of them.
Right.
And some of them have very beautiful flowers, and they are still feeding the honeybees and the hummingbirds. They all have a purpose.
Well, and that's what I saw the other day. It said, please don't take down all of the dandelions because they're used from like the butterflies to the.
Yep, especially when they first come out. Like those first flowers or weeds are probably the most important for those bees and hummingbirds coming out, because they're going and eating on those. So those are usually the most important ones, you know.
Yeah.
Let them grow for a little bit. Feed our animals.
Yeah. Well, when you mow, you knock them down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, and I am seeing where people are mowing. So, you know, they set a high bar. Oh, I know. I know. No, I know. Everybody. That's a high bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were their neighbor, I'd be like, oh my. You know what I mean?
But because we made sure our last cutting, we made sure it was like pretty much, I think, even after the first frost. And then we mowed it really low. Because that way it's going to take a little longer to come up in the spring.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, mowing's a chore.
Oh yeah.
Now, if I have a big open space to mow, I love mowing because you can get in that Zen factor going on, and you can just watch the world go by. And but it's the weed eating that I don't care for.
That's
And when you have to get around the trees and the bushes, when you have to, but big fields, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Yeah. The weed eating, I think, gets a lot. Yeah, that's where, you know, sometimes you just wish you had some goats.
Yeah.
You know, because they just eat everything. Of course, they would get all your flowers too. But you know what I mean. But just that weed eating's brutal.
It is brutal. It is. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Which is why sometimes, depending on the location of the weeds, you just let them grow into a wild patch, right?
There you go.
If it's on the edge of the woods, well, we're just going to expand the woods a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to have a wild patch.
I did that a few years ago, and you should see the blackberries I have now from doing that.
Pretty.
And I still got to tame them and cut them back a little bit because they're like, you know, whoa, too far.
Yeah.
Let's not go too far, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it is the season. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
I am too.
And we are going to warm up a little bit. We'll talk about weather in just a little bit, but let's thank our sponsors, Holly.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, and McAllister Land Consulting. Thanks to all of our sponsors.
All right. And today's Friday. That means at Mama Rose's, today's the buffet, pizza buffet with the soups, which sounds good, and the salad, and then the pizza. Yeah, delicious.
They have a great buffet. It's awesome.
I know.
Love it.
They made a different kind of soup. I like it because it's a variety. I feel like you talk about home cooking, but they made it. It was like a vegetable soup. It had cabbage in it. Holly. Oh. Yeah, it was delicious.
I always put cabbage in my vegetable soup.
Well, and I usually do, but sometimes I just don't have it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you forget to get it or something. But
I'm weird about my vegetable soup, though, because I don't put the corn and green beans and stuff like that in it. Mine's primarily like carrots and cabbage and potatoes and, you know, onions. It's more things like that.
Well, it was delicious. It was, it was delicious. Yeah. So they always have that too. The soups, I mean, different soups, they have a variety, and they always have that chili. The chili's like a staple. It's always good. But that sounds good today. Also, over at Walmart, speaking of our good sponsors, they have got their trees and shrubs going. So if you're, I know, 'tis the season. I can't every time, like, you know what I mean? Of course, I'm the nosy neighbor. I have to see what else is going on. Well, I've seen them start setting it up. You know what I mean? When you start seeing part of the parking lot, you know, getting kind of marked off and kind of, you know it's like, something's brewing, something's happening here. And then when I started seeing the trees and the shrubs arriving and coming out, so for anybody needing any of those, you might want to check them out.
I need some more. I need to get me some more fruit trees this year. We planted 4 last year, and I lost one over the summer. I think I got a little bit too close when I was weed eating, if I'm being honest. And you can't really do that with your babies, you know, but it's fine. It's fine. But so I'm going to get me some more fruit trees. I want some apples, apple trees. And plus that will help pollinate the other fruit trees and stuff too. But I want to get some more of those. I want a little mini orchard.
But now when you start talking about like fruit trees and like apple trees, you really have to be like, you have to know like what, I mean, that's just like they need maintenance.
Well, and
you have to, don't you have to like so you don't get the worms and the
Mhm,
insects and stuff?
mhm.
What do you what's it, kind of spray them with something or do something? Yeah.
Well, and
Or
there's stuff you can put on their bark and things like that, and then prune them, like the tops of them, depending on,
that's going to be
do you want
commitment. Are
them to
you
get
going in
tall?
for it, Holly? You going to be committed to that?
Absolutely, because the fruits and what they'll produce, apple pies, you know, peach cobblers, things like that. Um, but also one thing I learned last year, because I'm just like going in for it, so I'm thinking you have to have two of everything, right? So they can cross pollinate.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know a Granny Smith apple tree pollinates multiple things. Like when I went to one of the places, they're like,
That's
"Do you
why
have
you
your?"
call me Big Papa.
But they said, this one helps pollinate a lot of them. So I'm like, okay, so I have to get. So I'm learning as I'm going, but I like learning, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
So
But I envision this big apple orchard in my retirement years that I can.
I'm like, yeah, because that's a lot.
Mhm.
We've done apple trees before. And if you don't get them like strike when the iron's hot there, I mean, you'll have, and I'm not saying I don't know, like I love all natural
Right.
and all of that. So
Yeah.
I don't really know about what you do and what you don't do, but I know that
Right.
if you don't catch those apples early enough, I know you got worms and stuff like
Yep.
that. In
You
which,
got to spray them and stuff to prevent that
yes,
and all that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a learning process. It's
I'm
gonna be
really
fine.
excited about that. So
Mhm.
this is like kind of a little bit of thing you've taken on, going to take on.
And I'm going to
Challenge.
try some beets this year. I tried potatoes last year, which
Yeah.
I'm going to do potatoes again this year. I'm going to try beets this year.
Okay.
I want some beets. I might get those red and the goldens, because I heard the goldens are really good.
Yeah.
But they're hard to find.
I've never done a beet. I've never raised. I mean, I like beets, but I've never.
Well, for like the past 2 or 3 years, I've really been craving my Granny Ruth's beet relish and her small pickled beets and her calico relish. I've been really craving those.
Yeah.
And it's it's hard to find beets in like in bulk. Like it's hard to find it in bulk like you used to. Like she obviously used to grow them.
Right.
So she would have bushel baskets full of beets for canning and stuff like that. And it's hard to find beets in bulk for just canning. So I guess I'll have to go on my own, because I don't want to buy them in the grocery store.
Yeah, right.
And then do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, because her beet relish was the best of the best. The best.
Love
of the
that.
best.
Love that. Well, that sounds good. Well, I love that you got goals like that. I need to, gosh, I feel like I'm like slacking over here. I need to, I don't know, I good old tomato plant for me over here. That's my extent. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Gosh, Holly, you're setting a high bar over there. Speaking of mowing, oh my goodness, look at you.
I like experimenting, so the beets are going to be my experiment this year.
Well, my big decisions are like, I start thinking of like what flowers, do I want, and I don't know. Those are tough decisions,
They are. And in years past, I used to try to always get my hanging baskets like with matching flowers in them, so they'd all match, because I think that's very pretty. But last year I'm like, you know what? If this plant looks pretty to me and I like the colors, I'm getting it. And last year I had all mixture of colors all around, hanging baskets, and it was beautiful.
I do mixtures.
It was beautiful.
I used to be the color theme. Like one year, like all my pink colors, red colors, or white colors, but nope, I mix now.
Yeah.
And I love the mixtures.
If you go and see it and you like it, get it.
Yeah, that is
Enjoy
true.
the beauty of that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely fun. It's a learning, like you said, it's a learning curve. You learning, to figure out, and what works, what likes this or doesn't like this, and, but I think the trees are beautiful, and I think apple trees are fantastic. I just think that it's going to be, which you're up for it. Look at you.
That's right.
Jump right in, get it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready.
You go, girl. You go,
ready.
girl. All right. We're moving right along here. We're on to the 21st day of March. Today is International Color Day. You have a favorite color, Holly?
Again, it goes back to I really like pink, but it's hard to say I have a favorite color, because I like all the colors. It's like a crayon box. What am I in the mood for today?
Yeah.
Because there are colors can be brilliant. There's probably some I like more than others. Like I like the bright, like dandelion daffodil color yellow versus like the the darker yellows, you know. So I probably have preferences within the colors, but not really a favorite.
Right. Well, we actually I should have set up today, since International Color Day. We should have set up our interview with the CEO of Crayola. Remember? Yeah,
Crayola,
remember. I need to do that. I
yes.
got to set that interview up.
Yes.
He's busy. I'm busy, but we got to get our schedules together. But there some of the colors that Crayola retired, they're bringing back.
Oh,
And
that's
so
awesome.
I think one of them is like a dandelion something. I can't remember. I cannot remember the names of them all, but like some of them. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And I'm with you on that. I like so many colors, like, and also it just depends on what it's going on, or like if it's an outfit, or if it's shoes, or if it's flowers.
Yeah.
It could be also the way the just the look of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I it's hard for me to pinpoint. Like, I remember, like, what's your favorite color? I kind of like so many.
I do,
you know,
right. And it goes back to, as far as I can remember, as far as that with me, like when I used to help mom at her office when I was little, helping, okay, in air quotes, when I'd help mom, she would give me menial little tasks to do, right? And so I'd have to like stock the paper, and you know, and at that time everything was paper. There weren't any computers. And so I remember the yellow paper. She always had like the canary yellow paper, and then she had the goldenrod color paper. And I'd always go, I love the canary. I like the brighter yellows versus that. And so it goes back to as young as that with me, and not having a favorite color, but just maybe more favored shades of the colors.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. I think that's okay.
All colors should be appreciated.
Absolutely. And they all, I agree. International Day of Elimination of Racial Discrimination. Have we? I thought we've already squashed that.
I thought we already squashed that.
Yeah. Onward ho we go with that. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
International Day of Forest. Oh, Holly.
Oh, yes.
Love to go for a walk in the forest.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
So much fun. Yeah.
And if I can find a mushroom on the way, that just made my month.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yes. I do. I love forest walking.
Well, and it's so nice to see the forest beds coming to life. You know, when you start to see the sprouting of the May apples and the different, because I don't know all the names, but I know like the little flowers of the woods, I call them. You know, it's so nice to see out there, and the trees coming back to life and waking up. Yeah, it's great to just go take a walk through the woods. It's calming. You get away from the hustle and bustle, and you have time to sit in your thoughts for a while.
I agree.
It's good.
I agree. So take a walk in the forest today. I love that. This is also International Tiramisu Day, which I had tiramisu the other day, and for my birthday. And Greg, not only did he serve it to me, but he did see, I like, so I have coffee, you know, so he takes the coffee with tiramisu, and I suggest this is how you serve it. You pour the coffee in the bowl, and then you put the tiramisu, and I'm telling you right now, it's nice. Not all of the coffee. You just pour a little bit of coffee, a little bit of coffee in your tiramisu. I promise. I'm not
a big tiramisu fan though.
Oh, it was so good. We, yeah, it was definitely good. Yeah. And just that hot coffee, and it was cold. The tiramisu was cold. And I have to put a lot of my things like that in the refrigerator, which I'm not mad, but I have a Great Dane that can eat and find anything. That dog, I mean, he should have been a police dog. He should have been, because that guy can, he can sniff, he can find, I don't care how you hide, what you do.
Yeah.
That dog can find stuff. So he the only thing that he cannot do, he's very talented, but he cannot get the refrigerator door open.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a dog that's similar. You got to keep things put up.
Yes. So the tiramisu was in the refrigerator, which I think it's served cold a lot anyway. And then when you put that hot coffee on the bottom, you pour it a little bit in the bowl, put the tiramisu. I promise it is a game changer. Yeah. And then I sat with my coffee, drinking it with eating the tiramisu. 10 out of 10.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's great. He did that for you.
Yeah. Well, do you want a cake? Do you want, I was gifted a lot of good stuff.
Sure.
Have a daughter that makes cinnamon rolls, which I was gifted, which did not last long.
Yeah.
I did share, which that's really big for me.
What?
I know. Am I not? I know.
Listen, I
Yeah,
know you with
I know.
that
I
stuff.
don't
And it's
really, I
like,
don't share very well in that, but I did
mm-mm.
good. I did good. I'm trying to, I'm working on myself, trying to improve myself. So I did share, and then I had another daughter that did the petty fours,
Yes.
which you don't find very
No,
often.
you
So
cannot.
there was a lot going on. So then he said, what kind of cake do you want, for your birthday? And so we settled on a tiramisu. So
Yum.
yeah. So yeah, there's been a lot of sweets eaten this week.
Mm.
This has been, the birthday week of
But
sweets.
birthdays come once a
And I didn't eat
year.
it all in one day.
Right.
Let's clarify
Right.
that. It's been the week,
Uh-huh.
of yeah.
Your birthday comes once a year,
Yeah.
and celebrate. And I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful that people are celebrating you and bringing those things to you. And
Yeah.
you deserve it.
Oh,
And the
loved every
week's
bit of it.
not over.
No,
So
yeah, this
keep on with the pedophores and keep on going.
yeah, I like the uniqueness of everything,
Mhm,
from,
mhm.
those are things that, I mean, were really, all of it was, yeah, it was very good. But
My aunt's birthday was this week, and I didn't have time through the week with work going on and stuff like that. But her favorite pie is a sour cream raisin pie.
mm,
So I told her I'm gonna try this weekend to get her one made
mhm,
for her birthday this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
So
Well, and mine was a toss up between the tiramisu. The tiramisu, I'm gonna just be honest, was on sale. So that's why the arrow went to the tiramisu. Okay.
That's okay.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. No.
No.
So anyway, but it wasn't, I mean, the world was my oyster, he said. No. So whatever, whatever. This one's on sale though. No, I'm just kidding. Just live on the air, live it up, baby.
That's right.
I love that. It's
But
okay.
you enjoy a good sale.
I love,
right?
no, you
So-
couldn't even make me any more proud. Okay.
Right.
You brought me tiramisu and you got it on sale.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a win-win in my
Mhm.
game. But
So
anyway,
we don't look at that as a negative because
oh gosh,
you
no.
love a good sale, and
I-
so that's just added benefit. There.
Everybody, we work way too hard for our money not to
Mhm.
spend it wisely.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there's so many good treats out there. There's so many good sweet things,
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, to look at, to
Yeah.
see. And if you find one on sale and they're running a sale on something,
Mhm.
grab it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And this is, I love anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was a win-win.
Absolutely.
The only second place would have been, which I would have been the sugar cream pie.
Oh yeah.
But I have no regrets. I'm very happy with
And just know when I say that I thought about the sugar cream pie this week for you,
Yeah.
and I apologize. It's been a long week, and
Oh.
I was going to make you one, and then I was like, I don't have time to do that one either. So
well, no, it's been a
it's been a long week. It's been a week of in services for us,
Mhm.
and I didn't get home till like about 8:30 last night, and by the time you get home after being there for over 12 hours, it's just like,
right.
it's the last thing on my mind.
No, it is true. No, it's no.
But just
no
know the
worries.
sugar cream pie and you were in my brain at the same time.
I love
Okay?
that.
So-
I love that. Put us together. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Mhm.
match people together. Yeah. Well, no, wait, and no, I understand, Holly. No, it's been a really, they call it March Madness for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's been an
Mhm.
extremely busy week. Yeah,
Yes, it
I
has.
agree. Yeah. So,
Yes, it has.
but a good week, but
Oh
extremely.
yeah.
And Purdue
'Cause
won.
spring.
And Purdue won yesterday.
Purdue-
And
yeah.
it was so funny because I was talking to someone yesterday morning. And I said, "You're going to catch the game because we've been airing the March Madness games.
Mhm.
I've got to air those." And he was like, "Yeah, but Purdue's not going to win." And I mean, he was a Purdue fan,
Sure.
but he said they just can't pull it out. And I'm like, "Oh, no. That's why they call it a game."
Yeah.
And they won, and I'm so happy about that. Yeah.
I'm so bummed about IU though.
I know.
I
It was
am-
really sad.
Like we
I was up
watched-
there, and it was so hard.
Yeah.
It was so, and then they would come out. They played Oregon, and that duck. Oregon has a duck, and that duck would come out on the court, and I'd be like, "Get
off
the duck,
court.
get the duck back out, get the duck out of here."
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and I mean, but yeah, it was it's another.
Yeah, because my stepson he came up from Lexington so we could all watch the picks together, right?
Yeah.
And we're sitting
Oh,
there,
yeah, when they
and
didn't make
each
it, yeah.
bracket that went by, we're like, oh my gosh! And then when the last one was pulled, and we were all upset.
Yeah.
We're an IU
Yeah, you're talking about
family.
they didn't even make it. Yeah,
They didn't even
right.
make it in.
But that game in
Mhm.
Annapolis,
Mhm.
oh my, when they played Oregon, that was
That was amazing.
it was just
Yeah.
it was painful actually.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just like
Yeah.
just
But but so now that IU didn't make it in, because obviously I would root for IU, but now I'm rooting for Purdue. You know,
we need to.
we
It's
have
our
to root for Purdue.
absolutely.
It's our state.
Hammer down and bowl up. And
that's right.
This county actually has Washington County has so many Purdue alumni, and you find so many divided homes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And what was cool, actually, up in Indianapolis, when we went up there, there were families that like had half IU, you know what I mean, they were in IU attire, and then some of the other, because he remember IU played earlier, and then Purdue played that night. So there were other family members that had Purdue on ready, so they were going to be there the whole day.
Right.
But I thought that was cool because you have a lot of divided, you know. It's Indiana, you know. It's
I
the
like
state.
it when they do the shirts with half the IU and half the Purdue on them. Have you seen those?
No, I've not, but yeah,
I like those. But yeah, it's a Hoosier college, and we need to support our state. You know.
Yeah. So pretty cool. All right, this is also Memory Day.
Oh,
isn't it funny when people like have selective memories?
Yes.
And here's the thing. Here is the thing. Okay, you cannot compete with a memory.
No.
Like if someone has got like, okay, let's say, okay, let's use this. Let's use a pet. Okay, a pet that we have lost, and which they become their family. You know what I mean? So it's horrible. Even though when that pet was alive, maybe they did eat all of the food on the counter.
Right.
Maybe they grabbed every loaf of bread they could find. You know what I mean? Every little thing they did. You know what I mean? Maybe their tail hit you several times in the face.
Yeah.
Maybe they jumped up on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With dirty feet. But when you go back and that pet is no longer with us, those memories, you don't have any of the negatives. It's always the positive. It's the cuddles. It's the love. It's the laying on your lap. It's the.
But you still think of the slap and the tail in your face, but they no longer become like when it's happening at the time, and they ate the loaf of bread at the time and all that. It's annoying and you're upset. But when it becomes the memory of that, those become good too.
I know, right?
Those become good memories too, because you can laugh at. You remember when we'd have to hide the bread because they'd get on the counter and eat all the bread. You know, you may have been angry or upset at the time, but they become good memories because that's who they were.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I was just a week ago, you know, my min pins that I lost like a year ago or whatever it was. I was remembering them, and it is like losing a member of your family.
Absolutely. And this one I got going right now, I mean, he's been the Dano that has put me through more than anything. I had the rotator cuff surgery because he pulled so hard.
Yes.
I think it was already like weakened. For like years ago, the gymnastics and stuff like that. But he did it. You know what I mean? When we were going for a nice little walk, and there was a deer, and that just he knew that he needed to see that deer. You know what I mean? And so whoom, and it just pulled. Yeah. It just hurt so bad. But anyway, so this one has been, and then like from eating marshmallows whenever we're ready to do s'mores, you know, I could not find my marshmallows, and I kept thinking, am I crazy? I know I bought marshmallows. Had to go dig in the trash to get my receipt to question my sanity of whether I bought the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Found out I did buy them. Yes, they are. I did buy them. Could not find them around the house. Finally found the bag, and completely fine. The bag, he didn't eat the bag, but he got the marshmallows out and ate the marshmallows. Yeah. So this is the Dano that has put me through.
Yeah.
This is the this is the one.
But you know, there's nothing like the snuggles of your furry friend.
Oh, and there's like
nothing like it. You can have the worst day ever, and they are going to make you feel better because they are so happy to see you and they love you unconditionally.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they can always make your day brighter.
Yeah.
Your furry friend.
yes, this is and he is completely mommy's boy. And lights up. There's nobody else in this world. I tell Greg White, you do not shake your tail at me like he does. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
I do not get that. Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
But yeah, so he lights up completely. Yeah. When he sees me. So
Yeah.
there's nobody else in the world. So
There's nothing
yeah.
better than coming home. You know, again, when you first come home, you're trying to get your coat off, you're trying to put your purse
Yeah.
away, and it's like you almost can't because here comes the puppies,
Oh.
right? And you know, you got the big ones that's warming their way in first because they're bigger and they can take
Oh.
over. You know, my German Shepherd, she's like, I'm boss,
Yes.
you know, and here I go. And then the lab that comes in, she's like, I'm gonna be all over you. And then my little Shih Tzu, she's trying to climb up my leg like I'm here, and these big dogs aren't going to take over.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 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 Definitely. Yeah.
And you just gotta love them.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. Yeah.
So it's like you put that coat and that purse away as fast as you can. You pick them up, and
Yeah.
you give them lovins, and
Yeah.
you know, because they're demanding of it.
Oh, definitely.
They're not going to stop until they get what they need.
Right. Yeah.
But there's nothing better.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So good. So speaking of memory day, yes,
Mhm.
it's nice to have the good memories. And I just want people to realize that sometimes give other people a chance sometimes in just speaking in general in relationships, because sometimes it's hard to compete with a memory.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yes, it
all
is.
right. National California Strawberry Day. Is it California or Florida that has the best strawberries? I cannot remember.
Indiana.
Well, yeah, that Borden strong, right? Borden strong.
Strawberries.
Borden strawberries. But
the
are they growing them themselves, right?
Yes.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
they
Yeah.
are.
Yes,
Yes,
they are.
they are.
Becky White, I should
Yes,
know that.
they are.
Okay.
Borden berries are the best.
Hey, that was the mascot
Yes,
years
it
ago, the
was.
Borden berry. My mom
Yes,
was
it
a
was.
Borden berry.
They've already started, you know, they're already preparing for the festival, and they're already asking for volunteers for berry stemmers. And I was at Mom's house
I love
one day
that.
last week, and the person who's over the committee this year, or whatever, for the berry stemming.
Well, you're gonna make me spit my coffee out. Berry stemming, taking off the stems of the berry.
Yes.
You know what?
Because you have to, you know, because they come to the festival and they want the strawberry shortcakes and stuff, right? Well, you can't. You have to stem the berries.
Well, I just want to say
right?
my nails right now. Look, I have big long nails. I could really stem a good strawberry, right?
You could.
I need to sign up.
But my mother and my aunt have already signed up for, I don't know how many years I've done it in a row now, but they've already signed up to be berry stemmers again this year. I'm like, I love strawberries.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're trying to recruit me, and I'm just like,
I'll do it with you. What? How many hours? Tell me what it entails to be a berry.
I know it's going
to. Do I get a T-shirt? I want a T-shirt, like a berry.
No.
I mean, like, throw me a T-shirt, a berry. I want an official title.
You have good fellowship because you're sitting around this berry table with all these people.
I would love that.
You know, berry stemming. And Mom made the mistake a couple years ago of wearing white.
Oh,
because white's a good summer color.
Yeah.
You know, and white.
She was being fashionable, as your mother always is.
She is, exactly. But you don't wear white when you're stemming strawberries. Probably.
Okay.
So
they just so there's a bunch of strawberries on the I have to get the visual.
Yeah.
They
bring you the crate of them or whatever around this big table that everybody's at, and you just stem them. Because
you look like you're using a knife.
Well, so if I'm at home, I have the little cloth. If I'm doing jams or whatever, if I'm doing big batches, I got some stemmers that are like the little claws that you just scoop in there and get the strawberries.
Never knew they had such.
If I'm at home though, with just one serving of them, I might just use the knife instead of getting the berry plucker out.
So you just cut it straight off.
Mm-hmm.
See,
But you can save I'll save the strawberries tops, because you can make strawberry syrups out of them and things like that, because you can boil the tops too. So
did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, I always just try to reach in and, I wash my hands, clean hands, but I think I could really, these nails, I could really pop those. I probably could do 10 to 1, but pretty fast.
Again, if I'm going to do a lot, like if I'm making jams or jellies or whatever I'm making, I get my little silver little strawberry claws out. They're metal, and so you can just put it down there and pull it out.
I didn't know there was a committee for such a thing. I kind of just think that's
going
to be. I feel like
they need strawberry stemmers right now.
I really kind of want to be that person. I don't know what day they're going to do it. We don't have the dates yet, right? Oh, we'll look in closer to time.
Well, yeah. I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn and somebody show up and there's nobody there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm going to put a pin in that, and
Mhm.
let's see closer to time when they set the date.
Yeah.
If I'm available, I'll come.
Mhm.
That would be so much fun. The stories that we would tell
Oh.
while we're doing this. You know, what I mean, I feel like we're like, this is, let's go back. The pioneer ladies were making a quilt, right? No, I mean, or like the pioneer ladies, doing this, right?
It is so like fun to see their pictures though, because these Borden folks, which I'm a Borden folk. I was born and raised.
Well,
in
I've got,
Borden.
my
But
mom was
yeah, but
Borden.
these Borden folks, it's a tight knit community, and
Well, they
so
might not want me then.
you
Maybe
get
would I fit
no.
in?
They would love
Could
to
I
have you.
could I could I
They would
a lot of
love
times
to
you have
have
like a
you.
family member. So could I use like drop my mom's name, do a name drop of my mom?
Of
Would they let
course.
me in? It's like a speakeasy.
So the Star Valley Strawberry Festival are the ones needing the volunteers. The festival date is Saturday, May 24th at the Borden Community Park. And see, this was posted. Karen French is the one in charge of getting the berry pickers, but that's my mama on
Oh,
one of
how
her
cute.
Facebook posts.
Oh, and she's in red there.
She's in red.
She
there.
learned.
Yes, she learned. But yeah. So,
Well, I'm not trying to, but I have a strawberry dress. So
oh
yeah, so and so I just gonna say I could yeah.
you
I
could rock those
yeah,
strawberries.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we can do. So this is
Okay.
actually National California Strawberry Day. So when they're not at Borden, California or Florida is where we're getting them now. And I don't
Right.
know. I can't remember. One's better than the other, and I can't remember. I get them confused. I think Florida, for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's California. I can't. I don't want to steer anybody wrong on
I
that.
feel like the Florida berries
One's
have
sweeter.
a better flavor.
Yeah, one's sweeter than the other.
The California berries I feel like are larger.
Okay.
But when it's wintertime and you want a strawberry, as long as they're red, you cut them up, throw a little sugar on there. It's all good.
It's gonna be good.
It's all good
Yeah.
because it's a winter berry. You can't expect
Yeah.
it to be a Borden berry that's fresh and juicy and
right.
sweet
We
and
can't all be a
just,
Borden berry, right? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm partial to my Borden berries.
No, stays true to that. I
Like
love
I
that.
can't wait till May comes because I go up there and I'm gonna make. I have one of my strawberry freezer jams left, and so I will be doing more strawberry.
Use it
freezer
very
jam.
sparingly
Yes,
because you got a little time there. You better be.
Yes.
You tell
Yes.
tell hubby spread that a little thinner. You're using too much.
I put it on my vanilla ice cream.
Okay, well there we go.
But I'm gonna be. I can't wait to make some more strawberry freezer jam and just get the fresh berry. Oh, they are so juicy and sweet.
Love
Sorry.
that. No.
Sorry.
Excited about her strawberries.
Strawberry is one of my favorite fruits.
I love that.
It is
It's
my
good for you,
favorite
too.
fruit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
National Common Courtesy Day. Oh, I love common
That should
courtesy.
be every day.
We need to bring it back by popular demand, right?
We need it. Be nice.
I know.
Be
And common courtesy, like
kind.
if you're holding so yesterday there was a lady that had an armful of stuff and I ran over to open the door for her and she was so amazed that I did that. And I'm like, that's just common courtesy, right? I mean, isn't that true? That's just what we should be doing. It shouldn't have been such a surprise to you. You know what I mean? That this should have been, So, okay. National Common Courtesy Day, National Countdown. You got your countdown going on in the strawberry.
I do.
Right?
Do.
Yeah.
I do. Strawberry countdown.
Ooh, National Crunchy Taco Day.
Yum.
I love a taco.
Yum.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a good crunchy taco.
Me too. I saw this the other day. Everything I saw the other day. But it was not all in one day, I promise. But I did see this where it's like, don't worry if your life is falling apart. Tacos fall apart, but we still love them.
We do.
Yeah. Love a taco.
We do.
National Day of Action on Syringe Exchange. No,
What?
that's mean taking action of not to do it. Do you remember the camp? Okay, I hate to even say. Do you remember? I mean, it's been years ago. We had that, or it came through here at the radio station. I did not get on board, but it was do you remember the campaign about syringes? Like, if you were to use them, I hate to even say that.
I know.
Don't even want to put it out there anymore. Don't even, because we
universe.
squashed that. and that was squashed quickly.
Yeah,
But I remember that was like, oh, I was like, what?
it was a big deal.
Yeah. But anyway, this is actually like trying to stop. It's
Right.
meaning this is the
Mhm.
National Day of Action, like
Mhm.
trying to make it stop. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, National Flower Day. What's your favorite flower?
Again, it's like, what's my favorite color?
Yeah, I know.
I like all the flowers.
All the flowers. Yeah.
All the flowers.
Yeah, me
All
too.
the colors, all the flowers. You know, and all of them, the like probably my favorites, roses, because I love the smell of
Mhm.
roses. Peonies.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, smells heavenly. Lilacs.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like the ones with the good smells,
Mhm.
you know, are just amazing.
Yeah.
I love a flower that has a good scent to it.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
National Fragrance Day. How apropos,
Yeah,
right? Didn't I
right?
just say that? And you and I both are huge into fragrances.
Oh,
That is
yes.
we share that.
Oh, yes.
We share that together.
Mhm.
And it's fun because you're my perfume friend.
I was watching my perfume
So
friend.
like, yeah, we
I-
always share like information on perfume and
I
stuff.
was watching a TikTok show last night, and there was a perfume that I had not seen before, and it was a apple scent, a crisp, freshy, juicy apple scent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, wouldn't that be great for
Yeah.
a spring summer scent?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because it also, I mean, obviously the primary scent coming out was apples, but then like the base scents were like vanillas, and there was a little bit of musk, and so it's, you know, but I would love to try that one and see what that one smelled like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I also like cucumber melon.
Mm-hmm.
Is a good
Mm-hmm.
summer
Yeah.
fragrance, you
Yeah.
know, and you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think of you think more of the cucumber melon as being like hand wash scent, but it's a great refreshing summer spritz
Mm-hmm.
too. But yeah, I love I associate people with scents.
Yeah.
Like my mother's perfume that she
Oh,
uses.
always. Yeah.
Every time I smell that fragrance, I think of it's like, that's what mom wears. That's what
Mhm.
mom wears. That's
Yeah.
what mom. And actually, my daughter, when she was at work the other week, a lady came through the drive-through window, and she had mom's cologne on, or
Oh.
not cologne, perfume. Anyway, she had, and God love her, my daughter's like, you smell like my grandma.
Oh.
And I think the lady took offense to it. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And my daughter's like, no, that's a good thing. I love
Yeah.
my Maltese perfume.
Yeah.
So yeah, it smells trigger memories too.
Oh,
So,
for sure.
and I think that's why I like lilacs remind me of one grandma, roses remind me of another,
Mhm.
and vanilla reminds me of my third one.
That's cool.
You know,
Yeah.
because one was the baker. So yeah, they all have different triggers for me.
Right. National Fragrance Day. National French Bread Day. We got a lot of national going on here. National French Bread Day. Love French
Yum.
bread.
And you know,
Mm.
French bread, the French bread pizzas are good, but you know what I think of is French onion soup.
Get out
With
of here.
that big, thick piece of French onion bread on the top,
Yes.
with the cheese just melted all over it in the bowl.
I'll take a bowl.
Oh,
that's one of my favorites.
Yum.
Love that. Yes. Now you planted that seed of that. I love that.
Or a good baguette to make it, like a roast beef baguette with the au jus to dip it in.
Oh, au jus, get out of here.
French bread's good. I love breads though, all types of breads.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, croissants.
But I'm not a croissant fan.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
No.
Okay,
I'm more biscuit and bagel.
You can't go wrong with biscuits. And all of that. Yeah, bagel. Yeah. National Healthy Fats Day, and it's showing the avocados. Healthy fats, like the fats that are good for us.
I would go more to olives.
Yeah.
Olives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, olives, olive oil.
Yeah, I do love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
National Preschool Teachers Appreciation Day. Hats off to all of them.
I feel like we appreciated them the other week, the preschool teachers. Or maybe it was just Holly appreciating them.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Maybe Holly took a side road to the preschool teachers.
Right. National Single Parents Day. Hats off to all those single parents out there kicking it and doing it. Yes. And making it. Yeah.
God made your soul strong.
Well, absolutely. Well, and the thing is, you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Some days are down, but you've got it. You're doing this.
You're doing it.
You're doing it.
Stay strong, believe in yourself, never give up.
You're doing it.
Mhm.
National Teenager Day. Oh, that's it.
Let me say, I love my
Right?
teenager with all my heart, but teenagers can zap the soul right out of you.
Oh, I know.
They
Yeah.
are, you just hold on for those 20s are coming.
Yeah.
20s and 30s are coming.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, definitely. A lot going on with the teenagers.
They're in their growing stages. They're trying to spread their wings. They're trying to be independent. They're trying to make their own decisions. They went from everything you had to follow mom and dad's rules, and you had to do what you were told. And so now they try to push that envelope.
Mhm. Right.
They try to push that envelope more independent.
Well, we
That makes a strong parent going through teenagers.
Yeah, I do the prom dress giveaway,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because we've had more that needed them,
Mm-hmm.
so we've done
Mm-hmm.
more, quite a few more actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to hear these teenage girls. They're just funny. They're just funny. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out their colors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like a color that they might think that they like, but then they'll come out with a total different color. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which
Yeah.
try the dress on. You never
Yeah.
know. And or like one will like more of a fluffy, but then they'll get a form fit, or just the opposite. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll want it's
Yeah.
really cute. Yeah. So teenage years, yeah, they can be a lot of fun though, for sure.
Challenging but fun.
Fun. World Down Syndrome Day.
Oh.
Yes, definitely. World Poetry Day. Love poetry.
Mm-hmm. My mom loves poetry too.
World Puppetry Day. Puppets.
It depends on the puppet for me. The little guys that you sit on your lap that move their mouth.
Yeah.
I don't care for those too much.
Oh, I
don't care for those too much.
Charlie McCartney. I had him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for those too much.
Do you
now
know?
the little puppets like
Oh, because of the movies you watch.
I know.
Okay, no, it's completely it's the
I know.
movies. Okay, years ago, dolls and things like this were fine. Nobody thought anything about it. Okay.
I collect dolls though.
Okay, but these movies that you watch,
I
put
know.
this out there, Holly Thompson.
I know.
And you sit there in the movie theater scared.
Yeah.
And because of those, that's what's got you, girl.
I know. But I do collect dolls, but I don't collect those
dolls.
Yeah. And I like puppets. Like I used to have all kinds of hand puppets. I had Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster was my favorite Sesame Street character growing up. Yeah. And so I had a Cookie Monster and the other one, was it Groucho, the one in the garbage can, the green one? What was his name? Anyway, those are my two favorite characters of Sesame Street. The Grouch.
The Grouch. Well, now how come I can't remember that?
No, he lived in the garbage can though.
Yeah, I know.
But those are my two favorite, and so I had hand puppets of those, the furry hand puppets, of those. And finger puppets are fun. I used to give my girls finger puppets to use and stuff.
Yeah, those are
fun.
Right. World Puppetry Day. World Tattoo Day. I don't have any.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you?
I have three tattoos.
Yeah.
I got Hope, and then one for my dad, and then one for me.
Yeah, I think it's cool if they have a meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any, so I have no. I cannot separate. I have the what is the if you get them from a bubble gum machine, you put like a tattoo on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like when I used to tan, like they'd give you like a heart and you put it on, and then you come back out and you got a little heart shape. That's the closest to tattoo I've got.
Yeah.
So those are some this day in history. Get out and enjoy. So it's Friday. It's going to hopefully it is chilly, but we are going to warm up today. Let's see weather real quick.
What are we going to get up
Let's
to?
see what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you real quick what we're going to do because of course that little storm we had, we're 33 right now. We're going to get up to 55. We're going to be the speed limit today.
Okay.
55. Tomorrow 54. Here we go. Sunday they are talking some rain, but 56. For Monday of next week it's going to be 54. Tuesday 51, Wednesday 54, Thursday 56. Here we go. Friday of next week. So a week from today, Holly Thompson, when we are sitting here smiling at each other, we're going to hit 63.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's
and
go.
Then the Saturday of next weekend, not this weekend, 60 and then 67. So like that. Yeah.
See, when it gets in like the high 60s, low 70s, that's great time for me to go out and build my little fire and roast some hot dogs.
Yeah. I like the idea of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Because
good.
I can't. I love a fire. I love a good fire.
Mm-hmm.
But it can't be too cold because you're sitting right there up next to the fire. Your pants legs are feeling like they're burning off in the back of you. Feels like it's icicles. So I can't do that.
Yeah.
Kind of
Right.
cold.
Right.
But
Yeah. I do
yeah.
love it though. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm with you on that. It's
Mhm.
just so relaxing and
It
just
is.
fun. Yeah.
It is.
And telling stories are the best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here are some, Holly, here's some like life hacks that people swear by.
Okay.
Okay.
We need some of those.
Okay. Never done this, but I think I've heard of it before. Put a pinch of salt in your coffee. Apparently, it makes it taste way better.
I have heard of that.
Have you ever done it?
I've not tried it, but
I'm
I
not
have heard
either.
of that.
No, I haven't. I don't know that I will, but for those that I kind of want to report somebody to please do it. I guess I could
Yeah.
do it. I just so scared if I mess up my coffee.
I don't think it
I take
will,
my coffee
though.
too seriously.
I
Yeah.
don't think it will. I think it'd be fine. Just
I
to
wonder if
try.
you took like just a little taste of like salt, put it on your like finger, and then just drink your
Just
coffee. Try it.
a pinch may even be too much for you. Just put a few granules in
Yeah.
and see if you know what it does to it.
Yeah.
Just try a little bit.
If you want a shorter time to wait at the DMV,
Mm-hmm.
show up just before it closes for the day. Oh, they're going to love this.
Oh.
The DMV is not going to like
Don't
this.
do that to those poor people.
No, everything moves faster because the workers just want to go home. Well, sure, that everybody wants to go
Everybody
home.
wants to go home, and you
I
just
think
ruined
that's.
it for
I
them.
know. I hate that. I know. Like if you arrive somewhere and you didn't realize they closed so
Mhm.
early and you run in,
Mhm.
because everybody wants to go home, and they have to
Yeah.
do not only when they close whatever the business, when you close it down, and then you have to, they are, most businesses have to do cleanup. They have the routine they've
Mhm.
got to do,
Mhm.
and it's going to be, and then by the time they get home, it's going to
When
be.
one of my first jobs was working in a grocery store in the deli department, okay? And closing task, you had to clean the slicer, you had to clean all the salad bowls out, you had to do all the things. And you normally started about 30 minutes before the close of the shift doing things, so, to prepare. And so cleaning the slicer is, for me, it was a very dangerous job. I was always,
Sure.
even though I had the glove on that you're supposed to use with it, it was still scary to do. But so you clean the slicer 5 minutes before close. Inevitably, at least once a week, I would have a person come up wanting one slice of liverwurst. Now, I appreciate liverwurst. Okay, my granny loved liverwurst, and I appreciate liverwurst. But do you know what that does to your slicer? For one slice, it
Oh.
smeared the whole slicer up.
Oh.
So you're like, okay, because they just wanted one.
Mm-hmm. Could you have not taken a knife out and just sliced it?
No.
Okay.
She was very specific on,
Oh, okay.
on what
Okay.
level she wanted it cut
Oh,
on.
the levels. Oh,
Yeah.
that can be a.
Yeah. I mean, she came in knowing I want it sliced on number whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so smeared the brand new clean, because if it was just like a slice of bologna or something, the cleanup wouldn't have been as bad. It would
Yeah.
just been a quick cleanup and you're done. But the liverwurst took
What a memory.
more. It was traumatic
On
for
a
me.
memory day. Yes, that was dramatic.
It was
Yeah.
traumatic for me. But yeah.
Okay, so
don't do that to people
Yeah.
right before they leave.
Number 3, open bags of chips from the bottom. It's where all the seasoning rests. Flipping the bag
Oh.
makes it sprinkle down so you have better tasting chips the whole way through.
Oh.
Never heard of that?
Never heard of that one.
Okay, number 4, slow down to speed up. You're more likely to make mistakes if you rush.
True.
Then you have to go back and do it again.
Mhm.
So it takes longer in the end.
Mhm.
Been there
True.
and done that. Yes,
Yeah.
where I've tried to rush through and had to go back. Yeah. Number 5, write down every good idea you have. Don't depend on your memory, even though today is memory day. Don't depend on that, right?
That's why I tell people at work, they'll walk by and say, hey, can I have to do this on this day or this. And I said, well, I don't have my calendar in front of me. So you need to either leave me a note so I can, because if it's not in my calendar, it didn't happen or it's not going to happen, because I write everything down so I don't miss anything.
Right. Put a slice of bread in your mouth while cutting onions. It claims to absorb some of the compounds that make your eyes sting.
The whole
Experts
slice of
say
bread?
it says it experts say it sounds dumb, but they still swear by it. Now you got to try that.
Okay, so a bite of bread or
No,
the
a slice
whole
of put
slice?
bread in your mouth while cutting onions. I don't know if you'd have to. It depends on how big a mouth. I
Like
guess. Yeah,
that
but like I guess
I don't know.
maybe not the whole slice, just part of it, but
Yeah.
enough to absorb. You'd have to have as much as your mouth could hold. I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Now I kind of
Never
want to
heard
try
it
that.
that
I
way.
want to try that because
My mom has onion glasses that she puts on
did
when
not
she's
know they had
slicing
such a
onions.
thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's a real thing. That really, yes,
It really is a real thing.
yeah. Number 7, microwave everything twice as long with half the heat. Like 2 minutes on 5 instead of 1 minute on full power. It'll cook more evenly.
I don't change the settings on my microwave. Like
I don't
how you
either.
can change
Yeah.
it to different heats.
Yeah.
I guess I just go full blast all the
Yeah.
time.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. A spoonful of sugar helps the hiccups go down.
Yes. Now,
People claim that a packet of or 2 of sugar stops them immediately.
that is my cure for hiccups. I've used that for decades now because water doesn't help me holding my breath. If holding my breath doesn't help me, I go to sugar, put the teaspoon under my tongue, let it dissolve, and the hiccups go away.
I remember though, it was supposed to be like if you bend down, like sit in a chair and bend down and like put your head between your legs or whatever.
Yeah, like a pretzel.
Bend like a pretzel, and those helicopters, those hiccups is what I'm trying to say. Helicopters might stop, but the hiccups might stop too. So I remember doing that. Yeah. Just trying my best, because hiccups can be, you can't get them, especially when you're in this job. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't have hiccups whenever you're on the air. You know what I mean? You got to, you panic.
Right.
If you've got seconds before you got, the theme song started and you've got to get on the air and you've got hiccups. You know what I mean? Something's got to be done. Don't think we weren't bending like pretzels before, trying to figure that out. So they said you can also, other hacks like for stopping hiccups, use lemon juice, peanut butter, drinking through a special straw, and
I never heard of those.
Yeah. But I definitely have done the bend it like a pretzel, trying my best, Can't say it worked, but can't say
you
that
tried it though.
Yeah. Okay, here real quick for the spring has sprung, and this weekend, Holly Thompson, you were just talking about spring cleaning. Now this year's top spring cleaning projects are, okay? Number 1, washing the windows and window screens.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. And open those windows and air the house out. Let all the winter energy out and let all the good spring energy in.
Okay, there we go. Number 2, it says more people like you might clean the inside window, but we don't always clean the outside windows. Like every year, like all the time.
Right.
Like let's say on your regular cleaning routine throughout the year, a lot of times we'll just clean the inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we need to clean. But then on spring cleaning, get out there and do that outside.
Yes.
Number 2, cleaning the grill. Memorial Day is in May, is considered the start of grill season, but 62% of people, I think we've grilled all year round, though, said that they've grilled year round, even in winter. Yeah, I think that's, I don't think we have a grilling season anymore. I think we grill all the time.
Yeah.
Except
for January this year.
Yeah. January is an exception. Yeah. But I do think that cleaning the grill is a good idea, too.
It is.
Yeah. I'm always going to do it and then forget about it. Yeah. Getting the yard in order, everything from mowing and weeding to adding flowers and mulch. Oh, I've seen some beautiful mulching going on. Yeah. But also, I say I'm going to add to that picking up the limbs, because a lot of the limbs have fallen with all that wind.
Absolutely.
76% of people said spring projects help cure spring fever.
Agreed.
Some people define that as a lazy or restless feeling, often associated with an onset of spring. So maybe like if you felt more lazy or restless, if you start your spring cleaning, it will kind of give you an onset of spring, make you feel better. I think so too, right? Yeah. I think like in motion. And we're supposed to be, our bodies were made to move. So get moving, you know what I mean? And I'm saying that to myself too, right?
Me too.
And so if you go to Wikipedia, it says spring fever can also mean like better to go out and get the wait, I did not pre-read that. Okay, we're gonna leave that. Okay, they have to throw in some zingers to me. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Anyway, Okay. And we did do, which you're going to love this real quick. I know we got to get out of here. There are actually 10 states with the highest likelihood of an alien abduction. We talked about yesterday about like being alien abducted.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is Arizona one of them?
Hold on. Here's the top 10.
Okay.
Doesn't say. Okay. Hang on. California is the highest. Okay. Number two.
Well,
And yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It's California.
Number 2, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, New
You
York.
notice how it's all of those eastern states.
That's
on
what
the-
it's
on the
saying. Yes,
Pacific
it is.
Ocean.
That's what it's saying here. You can see how it's been represented. It says
Mhm.
number 5, New York. Number 6, Texas. Number 7, Pennsylvania. Number 8, Arizona.
Mhm.
Number 9, Colorado. Number 10, Nevada. Of course, that's where Area 51's at.
Right.
Yeah. The states with the lowest chance of alien abduction include many from the South, maybe because they're turned off because of our grits.
Well, they can kiss my
Grits,
grits.
yeah, exactly.
And know
Here-
what Flo said from whatever it was?
From Alice, yeah.
Yes.
The bottom 10 are Louisiana, which was had UFO sightings. Not very low UFO sightings. So Louisiana was a low, Mississippi low, Alabama low, Virginia, New Jersey, Maryland, Tennessee, and Illinois, North Carolina, and North Dakota very low. So overall, the chances of an alien abduction might be higher than you'd think. According to the report, the odds of being abducted by aliens in America is approximately 1 in 1,834, which is 0.05%.
No worries then.
Yeah, we're good.
Mhm.
We're gonna be here.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
No worries.
Not today, Batman. Not today,
That's
right?
right.
All right, Holly Thompson, thanks for hanging out with me on this Friday. Have a beautiful weekend.
You
Yeah,
too.
enjoy your spring cleaning and all you got going on.
Thank
And,
you.
let's thank our sponsors.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Lee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, and McAllister Land Consulting. Thanks to all of our sponsors.
All right, best day ever. Thank you.